apa alur kati ko api foto na wah down ke api ayo udah on foot kam ya udah Basta. Tidak kamu tidak. Ini kamu. Ngasar nih. Ini kuriku. Kamu higher megadin. Tapi higher megadin. Tunai tahu orang hatarai. Poin hari. Tahu cek kali ah. Kan strong kadang
magi passe enawa taniv agiya kavamadaවක් mage barne kare tibbe na pute baranang
tapi paling itu. Apa sih bahasa itu bro? Hai main kita kam.
Hunggak barenang.
Ya bang udah baik kata lagi lah baik tahu udah baik nih.
Yang gua order paling.
Etiat nube.
Hai main kadin apa main tanian apa kau balagan ini tapi kan. Mas. Bahannya kalau kena. Mana nih? Iya, ume. Ume ya. Apa lagi? Mana dia? Ini mah kau sih. Kopi kita kali ini. Dewan par. Kesian kan berarti? Iya kan bonek bagal cocokin namanya bareng ke bawah minggu apa kali tahu udah pakai ya
Sobadahamata avanathaiman itin yannang gommane yanagaman me betun marang
Jangan. Bahin depa. Belakang. Aku main. Iya, Pak Beno tuh.
Beda kan.
Tahu kapan ini mau apa itu? Kita nggak ngapain? Oke, Alino ya. Dewan, memang tuh. Ya. Tapi orang ada nih Pak.
Beda angin, memang tuh.
Polisi bakal ke daerah kami baikkan dong.
Tapi ketemu depan ke. Iya. Ogun ko hari hangila pe wata wala body ka to tarak ne
නෑ පොඩි අපේ ගෑම් කරන් හිටියනුනේ
දැන් දෙන්න කොහොමද නෑ බොඩිය අතේ හරියන යන්නේ කියලා අපයි
නෑ දැන් එහෙම ඒ නීතිය අයින් කරලා තියෙන්නේ පොඩි අතේ තියෙන ඉතින් වැඩ නෑ නෑ
ලක්තරි හරි වාහනයක් කරන් යන්න වෙන්නේ පයින් යන්න වෙයි අර අපසේ
මුල්ල දෙකතරන් හරිය
ඒ මුන් කොහොම
මතක අතරේ
අර කාටද
මානෝ ටයර් යනවා
අපි උඩ පාරේ යන්න ඇඩ්වාන්ටේජ් වැඩි ඒ උඩට වැඩි තියා අනේ මම වැඩි දෙන්නම කරන්නේ හැංගෙන එක වැඩ
දැන් පයිපල වෙඩි තිබ්බේ මුකින්ද
මෙතන මෙතන උඩින් වාහන දෙකම මේ පැත්තට ඉන්න හදන්නේ හරි අපි හතරේ ඉන්නේ
හරි බං ඒතර දෙන්න වාහන
මේ අතර මේ නරදන්න අර උඩ අපි දෙන්න මේ මෙහාට
ආයෙත් උඩට ගියානේ
ඊටම් පක්කුද
මේගෙන් මම පාරෙන් එන්න
ටිකේම යන්න වෙනවා මුන් ඉන්නේ නැහැ
උඩින් බෑලා හිටියොත්
ඒකට රැකියක් අය කරපන් ඌ හොයාගන්න ඕනේ කොහෙද ආහන්තියක් ගමුද ඕක කරන් යන්න ඒ උන් ඔය ඉතින් වරින් බං මොන මගුල කරන්නේ හරි මෙතන 1 2 3 4 5 දෙවොන් විතර නැත්නම් මොඩ දෙවොන්
තුනක් නැගපන්
මේ ආයි වහන මාරු කරන්න බෑ මේ ලාස්ට් එක.
දැන් උන් මෙතන ගිහලා බෑලා ගාමු උන් හැංගෙනව නැත්ත අර ඉන්න
බෑකප් ඉන්නේ ඇවිල්ලා බලන්න.
උන් හිතන්නේ අපි එතන අතරින් නැති වෙනවා කියලා උන් හිතන්නේ උන් ඔතන අපි ඉන්නවා කියලා තමයි ප්ලෑන් එක ගන්න මානෙත් කියන මානෙත් මේ දීන්නේ තබ අපේ පස්සේ යන පිටිපස්සෙන් ඔය පස්සේ යන හරි Mana ada nak? Mana kena mengarut apa? Ya rasa mana kena apa?
Private ඉස්සකයි private ඉස්සකයි හත්කයි ඉස්සකයි යටයි මේ අපේ පල්ලෙයා අපි ඉන්නේ තනමයි අපි ඉන්න තන පොට්ටක් මේ බයික් එකක් තියෙන
පැත්තක් නෙමේ හිමාලයේ තකනොම වේ සිරිසිතකා සිරිසැරසිලා බොරුවෙන් යෝ බ්‍රෝ මේක ධර්මේ නුඹ මතින් එක මේ පොළොවේ වැතිරේ නැතිවේ
Satu mana biar kita duduk kan biar
Yang ngomong paling gila kamu apa ya?
Karena tuh mau beran nih. Aneh kan? Ingat deh. Ini mana malu orang koi kok?
Koi jadi ini bawa mana?
Apa yang kacau barang tuh ada. Metro apa pakai pasar ini barang ini. Itu pada kan lagi pakai lalu. Metro villa. Metro megu depan lah. Metro pada apa? Naik udah.
yeah
Mana lagi. Turun lagi. Kau di mana di? Oh bang,
apa ini?
Busy on my busy on the tamal bed. Aman apa mela wage mage dakunat. Ira dakinna pina bange kairi data. Ati vela ke mata mahammaga matta. Gedala balita yane mata mona rasta. Pinata khano bakela dog bosa. Kela tamakana tenne. Ambisa.
Apa ada lagi kok? Tapi kau apa kau tuh nak? Mana tahu kan? Abi ayo udah unput kau ya udah.
Bang udah baik kita lagi udah baik kita tahu udah baik nih.
Yang gua ngomong udah bang.
Kami kan ini tadi balai.
Davina mami tura make se pena de damo pura ya no bueno do to me inda hita inda karu me pinda no ba ve inda tane inda padu ve go mane me protect me umale ite kano ma ve siri sitaka siri sara sila poru ve me no ba mati ne kamme poru ve
Dewan mar.
Polisi akan bayar ilegal.
මෙහාට මේ මෙතන ඔය උඩ මෙතන උඩින් වාහන දෙකම මේ පැත්තට එන්න හදන්නේ. හරි. වැඩි. අපි අතරේ ඉන්නේ වැඩි යනතන.
හරි බං ඉතල දෙන්න වාහන.
මේ අතර මේ නරදන්න අර උඩ අපි දෙන්න මේ
මේ මෙහාට
ආයෙත් කුඩට ගියානේ.
ඊට පස්සුද බං.
මේ ගෙන්න පාරගෙන.
ටිකේ මේ යන්න වෙනවා බං ඉන්නේ නැහැ.
උඩින් බෑලා හිටියොත්
ඒකට රැකියක් හයි කරපන් ඌ හොයාගන්න ඕනේ කොහෙද ගියේ
මහන්තියක් ගමුද? ඕක අරන් යන්න.
ඒවොත් ඔය කොම්බ
දෙන්න වරෙන් බං මොන මම ඉඳගෙන දෙන්න.
හරි මෙතන 1 2 3 4 5 ඩෙවොන් විතර නැත්ති මො ඩෙවොන්
දෙන්න. ආර ගන්න මං ගන්න.
බොඩි අරන් යයි වගේ වා.
තුනක් නැකපා.
මේ ආයි වහන මාරු කරන්න බෑ මේ ලාස්ට් එක.
හරි යා උන්නේ තන කියලා බෑලා ගා මුන් හැංගෙනවනේ නැත්ත අර එද්ද
මීට
බෑකප් ඉන්නේ ඇවිල්ලා බලාගෙන.
උන් හිතන්නේ අපි එතන අදිරිය තටි වෙනවා කියලා උන් හිතන්නේ උන් ඔතන අපි ඉන්නවා කියලා තමයි ප්ලෑන් එක ගන්න. මානෙත් මේ දීන්නේ.
Dapat,
Hello, and a very warm welcome to all of you in the grand finale, day number 3 of Frontline Showdown, season number 3. This is going to be quite epic day because this is finally the judgment day of this particular showdown. The prize pool of $1,500 at stake, and right now my name is Rita. Along with me, it's Eagle on the desk. We're going to forecast how the matches are going to be there.
Well, first of all, thank you very much, Raider, for inviting me here. But today is the last day, and it's going to be very much chaotic, very much difficult for the teams as well. But if we talk about the teams, I think we will experience the same schedule: Wrangle, Miramar, Sanok, and then again Wrangle. And this schedule is obviously very much chaotic for the every team as well, because we experience a by default map as a Wrangle in front. Then after that, a Miramar matches of those height advantages, ridges and depths, and then the Sanok, those maps of bushes and stones. I think the change in climatic condition, the change in adaptiveness will cause a lot of trouble to teams as well.
Well, definitely a lot of trouble is going to be there, a lot of ruckus is going to be there, but it's all about the, let's say, winning. It's all about becoming a champion right now because you have to qualify. I guess teams had actually qualified, to be precise, from the semi-finale. We had, I guess, close to 12 teams which have been qualified from the semi-finale. We had 2 groups in the semi-finale, out of which every single group contained 6 top teams which were qualified for the grands, and eventually 6 were invited in the grands. Teams like, let's say, IC was there, DRS was there, Reventrix was there. Such teams were invited, like Godlike Salvador was esports was also there.
Yeah.
In the lobby, which was invited, to be precise, and the competition level was pretty much amped up. Moving up ahead, I guess we are going to witness a lot of chaos coming up. The first match is going to be quite beautiful to watch out, but there we go. We have got the map rotations. The first one is going to be the map of Wrangle. Second one is going to start up in the Miramar, and third one will be the table turner Sanok. Both one will be in the Wrangle once again.
Well, of course, the schedule is quite similar to as we followed it previously. But if we talk about the teams, well, Team DRS is dealing with those 125 points in their backpack, having a lead of almost 20 points in their backpack. If we talk about Playbook Esports, 105 points in total. Anchor PUBG M, 87 points. And if you see at the competition, after the third position, third to sixth position, there is a second level competition. The first level competition is between Team DRS and Playbook Esports. If we talk about the third level of competition, well, as the #7, #8 Elementary X, #esports, and Stan Crew are still trying to gain some more finishes point at those 62, 57, 51 points in their backpack. So if I think if they still gain consistently those 20 points in their backpack throughout the matches, throughout the game, in upcoming 4 matches, I think they can surely end up this event, end up this tournament in those top 3, top 4 position.
Well, definitely that is going to be the goal. But moving upward, if we talk about the slightly dangerous phase, that's going to be starting with Zap Meloria with 49 points in their own. Scarlet's Gaming going down to the rust, just like Underground Kings is doing with 45 and 44 points respectively. Angkor PUBG Pride is having 37 of their own. If we talk about BTS Mafia at the 14th position, that team has got 30 points only. Mibitix Esports, after playing one less match, they have got 28 points in their favor. RTG Esports, after playing 8 amazing matches, 25 points are the only thing that they're actually upholding. And Magnus Esports with only 10 points. Even NB Esports, after playing the day number 1 of this particular tournament, they are having only 6 points in their favor.
Well, of course, they have only 6 points in their favor, and it's quite surprising. The only team to get those 100 points in those a single digit. It's very difficult for the teams as well. Let's see what they'll do in the upcoming matches of the last day. But if we talk about the teams holding Zap, Melodia, Skylights Gaming, they're still having a decent point. If they get those 80 points, which means 20 points in each match, they need to be very consistent. They need to avoid fights or take fights. Almost depends on their decision, almost depends on their strategy and mindset as well. But for now, if we talk about the upcoming statistics which we can see, I think that will be very much crucial. The more you see the stats, Raider, we'll get to see Team DRS players only in the stats because they are playing such phenomenally in the MVP list, in the most grenade, most throwables list. Almost they are shining in every part of the game.
Definitely everybody is trying their level best to be phenomenal, and eventually in that way they are just trying to gain some good points in their favor. Moving up ahead, would like to add on that, yeah, of course the competition was absolutely mesmerizing. First day was quite chaotic, second day went out like, let's say, a comeback came in from teams like Angkor PUBG, and eventually other teams like Millet Official also tried their level best to gain some good points. But if I talk about Team DRS, first 4 matches, their performance was absolutely ample. But if I talk about the match known as, let's say, 6th, 7th, and 8th, I guess their performance actually went down to drain quite a bit. They were unable to perform the way they were intended to, and eventually something happened to their consistency, and that is something they have to be worried about, because now a team is catching up to them. That is never going to be a happy sight, because if the first position is actually going to get declined from their hand, that could be quite chaotic to watch out, because after all, it's a prize pool battle, it's a tournament, it's a battle of the leaderboard as well. So definitely having some good points is something which every team wants to go with. But DRS, I believe they have got the capability. They have been winning past few third parties tournaments quite a bit, and eventually they have been showcasing their strength in the past few matches as well. So I believe, yeah, of course, this could be the day where DRS is easily going to just maintain their legacy.
Well, of course, DRS will try to maintain their legacy as they're maintaining in the past 3 days. It's been quite difficult for the team DRS as well, because if you're gaining a lot of finishers points, if you're gaining a lot of those points in in your backpack, it doesn't mean that you're not doing a lot of effort. But without wasting any time, if we talk about the fly path, it was a very decent fly path, diagonally cutting the map into a 15-50 ratio, starting from those Novo Ripna military based region, ending towards those Zarki northern Georgia City region. I think this was a very different flight path to watch out. But onto the another end, if we discuss the zone, well, the zone is totally shifted towards those northwestern parts of the region. The more chaos, the more cluster, the more crowd could be seen on those Rozok shooting range region, as well as those northern Georgia Pole region. These are the regions to watch out. But I'm quite surprised to see Milta as a hot drop right now, because from the past days we haven't seen a lot of fights in Milta, even the zone formation. Let's see how the team proceed now. But if we talk about the Rozok apartment regions, school regions, I think those are the areas to watch out.
Precisely, those are the areas where the fights might actually spawn right now, and as you all can see, quite a few teams are actually jumping in the same vicinity, so that will actually ignite quite a few spark. And apart from that, Novo Ripnoi, another beautiful region where Angkor PUBG Pride is already jumping, and I believe they're trying to take up a fight. But there we go, we have got some initial facts coming up. A beautiful knockout came in. Just like that, I guess the elimination is also going to get delivered, and first blood is coming from Team Emulate officials as well. The guy who is actually getting that finish is going to be Ash. That is absolutely mesmerizing for the team. Angkor PUBG Pride, a team which is relying quite a few at, let's say, at a versatile angle to be precise in the lobby, is still trying their level best to gain some good points. We have got John Pro in the scene, trying to wait for the right moment so that he can establish his kind of, let's say, gun sense. But Speed, Khan, and the other guys from Team Emulate official won't let it go that easily.
If we talk about, well, Team APG, well, they're still struggling to get those winner chicken dinner in their backpack, because almost we have seen those duel matches and they still haven't secured any winner chicken dinner in their backpack. But oh my goodness, Team DRS, well, they're again trying to initiate some more fights. And if we talk about Ral Soji, well, finally he has been taken down. Team DRS is looking a little bit in danger, but the distance being the factor, teams will not push, teams will not get so aggressive at the starting phase of the match. Almost 3 to 3.5 or 4 minutes are over, and you still have 4 to 5 minutes and you had to complete your looting period. Let's see how will team complete their loots, because the more amount of advanced loot you have, the more aggressively you can perform against teams, against enemies. But if we talk about Delta X, Killer YT, and Gyante, well, they are 3 men standing. They haven't secured any finish point, but I think they have lost Rels. He plays the role of backbone of the team. I think he plays a major role, a vital role in the team as well. But losing him at those early phase, I think you will be a little bit of underconfident, a little bit of chaos can be created inside the team, inside the group as well. But let's see how the team DRS come back in this fight. But if we talk about Emility Esports, well, they have secured one finish point in the game and moving very slowly, moving very planningly. I think now they can target Team APG. But if we talk about Joker Pro, well, he's been that solo player standing here, and if a speed grenade makes on connection, no more revival chance will be there. There you go. That was an on-point connection, but due to that broken walls, I think the connection could not make a better connection.
Indeed, the connections were not founded, but eventually I believe that the guy has the idea that there is an enemy lurking in the shadow, so definitely he's trying to pop him out. Let's see how his nade is going to get connected, because that was the final nade that he had in his arsenal, and while the connection was not founded, all the Emulate official have got all beautiful finish in their favor. They have already started off quite well, and they are maintaining the pressure on Team Angkor PUBG Pride. But then again, we have to consider the fact that these are the PMPL teams. These are the one of those amazing teams which have been qualified for the grand finale. So obviously the grandest stage is not going to be that easy. But there we go. Speed goes in, attacks a bit, had the damage, but eventually not being successful in terms of, let's say, taking him apart or getting that knockout was not something which actually happened. But if I talk about Ash, he's pretty much close to John Pro, and that can be quite critical for that guy as well.
Keeping these things aligned, I would also like to say my audience that please do hit that like button, guys. Subscribe the channel, share this stream as well, because your support is very much important, very much required for the morale boost. But there you go, John Pro has been spotted and finally has been taken by Emulate Esports Khan onto the other end. That was a cheeky angle and cheeky shot from his side, but still I think Team APG, the deadly duo, are still surviving. Let's see what this duo can do, how they perform out. Will they fall back, or they'll still try to initiate those fights? They'll still try to initiate those revenge in their favor. But Lucifer now, I think he'll totally take that finish point and complete the game of APG onto a 50% note. But onto the other end, as we can see the kill feed, some more fights has been taken. There you go. Skylight's Ansh has been crushed by Endless, and there are multiple fights that we can see in the lobby as well. But similarly, guys, the multiple fights, I think it's a totally sign of entertainment. And if you're enjoying the stream, please do hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream as well. But there you go. Bash, well, he's bashing a quite a phenomenally, and finally with that final blow of UMP45, he'll gain that pick with those 4 finishes point. Team Emility Sports is getting quite aggressive, and a very healthy and a great start from their side.
The first ever team to go down to dust is known as Encore PUBG Pride, to be precise, for the grand finals. Well, this is the Judgment Day. This is the grand finals of the grand finals. So you have to actually remember that how you have to perform, how you have to gain the points. Apart from that, if I talk about another team which is losing some breath, is going to be Skyless Gaming, because now Ansh is down to dust. And this is actually the other lineup of Skyless Gaming, if I'm not wrong, because we have Mr. Boro, we have Mr. AJ, Mafia Ninja, and guys like that, which actually perform in the OG lineup of Skyless Gaming. But right now, these guys are here to showcase their strength. At hashtag 10, the position in the leaderboard is not looking that great. Already losing a good player, which is something which is not going to help them a lot. But apart from that, that's Team Satan coming up, having some good points. Satan 2 is actually trying their level best to establish the dominance. Well, of course, the shots are still coming up, no doubt in that. The damage has been done, and eventually the first frag for Team Satan has already been collected.
Of course, the first finish point. I think this is the first start of the match from their side. But onto the other end, if we talk about Team Saturn, they'll still struggle to get inside the zone, because I think they are already inside the zone, and zone is totally favored to this team. But let's see how will they manage to capitalize it, how will they manage to defend the area inside the zone. This is a very important question to know that almost 7 to 8 minutes are over, and now you guys need to be very much ready, because after 1 or 2 minutes, the team getting the position outside the zone, they need to get inside the zone very much faster, because the damage in the zone, I think it's going to be quite crucial. I don't think first zone will give you a lot of damage, but it will not give you a best position inside the zone, because players getting those early rotation will get a better position inside the zone, and they can harm you in a earlier position, they can harm you in a later while as well. But if we talk about Team Hashtag Esports, well, as we can see, they are still getting those position on the 7th position and holding those 57 points in the backpack. I think they also need to maximize the position.
Indeed, the position points are something which is going to be quite crucial to watch out. Let's see how these people are going to delegate and gain those amazing points in their favor or not. Apart from that, teams are already having some good knockouts coming up. Some Molotov cocktails have been cooked up, and that can be very critical for Shinx, but he falls back and he might actually successfully survive. And yeah, that's what happened. Apart from that, if we talk about Team RTG Esports, the gun game of that particular team is getting shattered quite a bit, because if we talk about Saturn Crew, they are actually being on point in terms of their throwables, in terms of their aggression as well. So yeah, a lot of job has been done and dusted, and this area of, let's say, Georgie Pool, Northwest City, the fights are going to be quite critical. If we talk about the second zone coming up, well, that's going to be a mixture of shooting range and the Ruins region as well. But the nades, the throwables, the amount of pressure that this team is trying to build on RTG Esports is absolutely mesmerizing, although they are failing to do so, because now RTG Esports also knows that how to just convert the fights in their favor. Meanwhile, Mevitex Hershey has been taken now. That's a sad side to watch by Team Deadeye, guys. And means Team Mevitex is once again losing some hopes. If we talk about Frankie, well, this guy knows that there is an enemy on the back foot. So how they're going to retaliate with it? Okay, another nade is about to be there. This nade will be on point or not? That's the biggest question. Well, because the nade goes in just like that, they found the connection, and the nade is there in the lobby, and just like that, I believe one more player is actually about to be down to dust. But 2 amazing eliminations. Okay, let's count it. 3 eliminations are actually there, and the last one standing from Team RTG Esports, already trying to be as far as away from the harm.
Well, of course, the Team Saturn has started phenomenally in this match, but onto the another end, if we talk about Team MAB, well, they're also looking very strong enough. That Molotov of volley, I think, will get some time for himself, get some more time to buy for himself. But this grenade, I think that is more chaotic, that is more crucial. If that grenade make a connection, I think he'll get a start. Captain Sir onto the other end, well, he has been taken down. Baron and the volley are the last 2 players standing. This grenade, I think Team D, they will get eliminated, but volley is also looking in danger, barely surviving those 2 XP, getting those M716 in his hand, 30 bullets remaining. But there you go, you have not a lot of space in that panic room to get those jiggles. Carefully to get those jiggles executively. But onto the another end, if we see at Baron is getting a good spray, is playing a role of support. But I don't think that will make a bigger difference in this lobby. And Team MAB, suppose they have lost those 2 players with those 1 finish point in the backpack. Top 12 teams or top 43 alive players, as we can see, and almost 11 minutes are over. Let's see how will the teams tackle it out, how will the teams defend it out. But Team D, well, they are back strong enough with those 3 men strong advantage to their backpack.
Definitely a tough task to deal with it, and right now if we're talking about guys, look at the knockouts coming up. Finally, the last man standing
Beautiful.
was also taken in by Para, and just like that, the reign of terror of Team Deadeye guys is still reigning. Charlie sir, well, he is at a loss, but apart from that, a trade of beautiful 1 finish to 4 finishes is actually there right now after losing 1 good guy from the team. Deadeye guys gained 4 amazing finishes. Well, of course, that one loss of that player is going to haunt them in the end zones as well. But apart from that, the motivation booster of 4 amazing kills and the, let's say, booster of having 4 amazing kills is going to be quite amazing for this particular team. Now, all they have to do is actually be consistent, because even if a small mistake has been done, things can actually go quite adverse for the team. Moving up ahead, if we talk about the Nova Replay region, well, this was a team which was actually looting in the Nova Replay region, and they were able to take down Encore PUBG Pride. Finally, they are moving up to Ruins region, where team number 13 is also coming very close. So again, a bash of fights can be actually delivered. A lot of ruckus can be actually delivered right now, but I don't think so that Emulate official knows that there is an enemy in the ruins. People are going to delegate and
Of course, they can get some surprise attack. They can get some another level of defense and another level of attack as well. But if we talk about Team D, well, that is the name justified this team. The name totally justify these players as well. But 11 teams of 41 players having those 4 finishes point with 1 player disadvantage. I think this is a balanced start. You get 4 finishes point, you lose 1 player. But if you maintain the same algorithm, I think that will be very much difficult for the team as well. 11 teams of 41 players, 12 to 13 minutes is almost over, and now you need to get inside the zone, because third zone formation is almost being formed in some few seconds, almost 40 to 45 seconds. And if we talk about Team D, well, they're still rotating around Rozok, and as you earlier stated that Emulate Esports, well, they're almost on the regions of ruins. They are not known to the position of other enemies, other players as well. I think they can also get some trouble, because hashtag esports, I think they have a good record of getting those surprise attacks in their favor. And if we talk about Team APG, well, APG can also indulge in the fight with getting those third parties in their favor as well. Let's see how will they perform out, what will be the strategy, what will be the momentum, how will they move forward in this match. But similarly, I'll request my audience to please do hit that like button. After 500 likes, as we mentioned earlier, we'll get a 10k UC giveaway. And if you wanted to enjoy that 10k UC, please guys do hit that like button, subscribe the channel, and support your favorite team.
Indeed, guys, go ahead and support your favorite teams right now. If we talk about the clash coming up, the third zone is already about to go down to dust. But before that, Team TRS is actually having some trouble, because Killer White is already knocked out. Reverberate is something which is going to be a little bit outside the play question. But moving up by Team Deadeye guys, they are also holding a very strong point of view in their own perspective, but they are actually about to get spotted. And if that spottation is done and dusted, obviously Delta might be able to retaliate. But there we go, the space goes on, and now with that, I believe Delta has actually compromised his position as well. But now he's going to just fall back from the scenario so that they can actually have a great escape from this stand. And there we go, space are still coming up. Scarlet is the gun that this guy is primarily using, and after that, I believe he also have the UMP 45, so especially in the close combat, that gun can actually help in through. The back gun has been busted. The other guy that is on his Vixie is already having a lot of damage on his face.
Well, of course, the damage is already the damage is already dealt by Team Satan. But onto the other end, if we look at Team APG, well, I think the intentions are quite clear, but there you go. Manish has spotted DZIOP. Finally has been taken down, and if you see at the regions of split of the regions of both the team, well, Team APG as well as Satan, both are in a very vast split. Both are in the very big part of a region are covered by both of the teams. But let's see how will they cover it up, how will they manage it up, because as we can see in the mini map as well as on our screen, there is another team which are trying to get inside this fight. It's Team Zap Meloria. Well, they are also trying to get those some finishes point. They'll also try to get some more third party sprays, because this is a very aggressive team. They've already secured 5 finishes point. They haven't lost any player. I think we need a start like this. As well as not only we, each and every team need to start like this. But onto the other end, if we talk about the Georgiapul Hill, well, we can totally see Team BTS. Well, for now, they are 3-man standing. No, I'm sorry, 4-man standing, and they're trying to initiate fights with the Team IRC. And if you look at their position, well, they're not up to the mark. They have not performed up to the mark which they are known for. They are almost at top 10. But if they play phenomenally today, they can surely end the day with those top 5 in their favor. But let's see, will they play favorably, or will they try to spoil the top 3 teams game, or will they try to interrupt some third parties, which may be entertaining as well.
Indeed, the entertainment is going to be there for sure. The tug of war between these two teams are actually for sure going to be there. But let's see how these teams are going to delegate the fight. In the this center region, I believe we have got the Amulet official. They are holding it very calmly. But moving up ahead, I guess once the zone gets the pressure done and dusted, things can actually go quite adverse for them. Apart from that, if we talk about BTS Mafia trying to tag out the enemy, but they're failing to do so, IHC Sports is being very confident and being very alert about this stand.
Well, similarly, if we look at the zone, radar zone is also looking very difficult to watch out. Well, those water part of the region, those Y water bodies, I think it's going to be very difficult for the team as well. But if we look at those northern parts of the region, well, the teams are trying to initiate some more fights. But onto the other region, well, if we talk about Team IHC, totally three-man standing, utilizing their grenades, utilizing their skill set of throwables in their favor. But let's see, will that make any connection? Will that make any difference in their favor or the team opponent's favor? This is the question arising right now. But I think Team IHC losing one player will little bit they'll be underconfident as well, because having man advantage always boosts up your confidence, always boosts up your team's confidence. But there you go, I think the opponent are trying to fall back, they are trying to get some more a place inside the zone. Team BTS, let's see, will they totally execute this fight, end this fight, and then move forward? They'll wait for some finishers point against Team IHC, and then they'll move forward.
Indeed, they have to actually push forward. Team IHC, after losing the Zeol, I guess can be a little bit more in a pressure right now, but I believe the zone is actually going to pressurize them soon after. But coming up, but definitely has the blast for Assassin and the other guys to move forward, and the damage is already done. As you can see, he's trying his level best to flank out and maybe catch the team particularly off guard, but that won't be a possible enough task. Done and dusted. Moving up ahead now, Ninka and the other guys have to actually retaliate and rotate. Dacia is there, the Konseka Kirar is there. Definitely these guys are just trying to rotate and have a beautiful advantage of this particular play zone, but that won't be an easy one. But there we go. If I talk about Alex, he was unable to rotate with his vehicle because the vehicle is already stuck.
Well, of course, the vehicle was already stuck, but if we talk about Zap Maluria team, I think they are losing the players one by one, and losing the players, I think you're losing the confidence, I think you're losing the grip in this match, and they can cause you a lot of trouble. But there you go, IHC Alex has been spotted, finally he'll get spotted, he'll get taken down, but there you go. Team guys are moving very much hardly, very much strongly, he has taken one more player down, and Team BTS, I think they are looking in danger, but there you go, this first head will not get purely completed. But onto the other end, if we look at IC, well, he's moving towards with the M416 towards Team BTS. Will he able to take that pick, or it will be quite difficult for him? This is a 1v1 scenario. I see the last player surviving for the team, the Lone Ranger of Team IHC. Well, the total competition is like this 1v1, and let's see, will IC able to do that 1v3 clutch? This is the question. But having MP45 with that oh my god, there you go, that was a great play from his side. But another player, it's been entry, and it has been also been eliminated. Now IC is holding that M416 in his hand, moving forward very much beatenly, and that was an unbeatable, unforgettable performance as well. But still, a 1v1 remaining, will able to do that 1v2 clutch? The question arises.
Well, definitely the clash is coming up, no doubt on that. The retaliation fire was absolutely mesmerizing. If I talk about Akira, Demigod gets taken down. That's from Playbook Esports, that guy who was taken down. Precisely, if I talk about the play coming up, well, there we go. The retaliations are still being very on point. And when you try to take a fight with teams like IHC, well, definitely this kind of ruckus is going to be there. And Team IHC is actually one of those amazing teams which can easily turn the tides, and that's what actually they did. Moving up ahead, if we talk about Team Encore PUBG, one of those teams which is remaining at top 3 position in the leaderboard, they are also moving up ahead, trying their level best to claim some good points. If I talk about Team GRS, I would love to see them in the top 3 once again. The way they were being consistent in the first day is something I wanted to actually watch. But let's see, let's focus on how they are going to actually do and how they are actually going to gain the part in their favor or not. Playbook Esports, Monboy on the other corner is the guy who is not going to be in the waterboard. He wants to take the fight, he wants to retaliate. Won't be a successful task for him because he has to be in the zone. Apart from that, if I talk about Genesis Esports, again coming back with 0 points in their favor, being in the top 10 is the goal that Genesis Esports is going up to.
Well, of course, you have already secured the top 10 position, but haven't secured any finish point. I think that can be a difficult scenario in overall standings for a balanced gameplay. But there you go, finally has been spotted. Anchor PUBG M has been eliminated. Team Dead Eyes, where they are looking with those Dead Eyes and getting each and every player in this lobby eliminated. But if we talk about Team G, well, they are also 2 men standing. I think the revival of the third player is going on in Zap Meloria. Well, this team has finally been eliminated. 7 teams of 17 players. The match is moving totally phenomenal with at a great speed and a great phase finally. But if we look at Team Hashtag Esports, they have secured ruins very much earlier in the second zone itself. And finally, defending ruins back to back, I think it's a very difficult task to maintain out. But if we look at Playbook Esports, they are very close to Emility Esports, and there's a high probability chances that we can see a lot of fights in ruins in upcoming times, because almost 3 to 4 aggressive teams holding ruins. I think this is a totally source full of entertainment here.
Well, indeed, the entertainment is going to be there for sure. The fights are going to be there, no doubt on that. The people are trying their level best to delegate and attain some good points in their favor. Moving up ahead, we have got Emulator Official with 5 amazing eliminations in their favor, and being in the top 7 is the goal for this particular team. But the 7 zone, well, it's about to go down, and eventually when the zone is going to go down, definitely a lot of fights are going to just get built up at that moment. Team DRS also went out quite early with 0 points in this particular match, which is actually a sad sight to watch, because if I talk about the team which is actually at the runner-up position, Playbook Esports, they already have got 110 points in their favor. And moving up ahead, if they are not getting eliminated at this exact instance, I believe they can easily gain a lot of more points. But on the left corner, as you can see, Playbook Esports is coming up with some mollies. Another strike came in, and just like that, I see the guy who's actually becoming a surprise for the team is actually coming up with good close of his zone. But Monboy also gets terminated. Now it's all about Dead Guys, which is remaining at the third position. Let's see how they're going to retaliate with it. Another 1v1 came in, and just like that, IHC also went down to the drain.
Of course, I had also been flushed out and from this lobby. If I look so well, they have been flushed out from the lobby. But almost 5 teams, 12 players are still surviving. If they look at the timer, well, almost 23 minutes is over, and still you need to move forward. Still you need to get those more finishes point, more number of finishes point. But getting more number of finishes point, I think it's more viable to get those place point right now, because from top 5, if you're able to secure top 3 position, that will make a difference of almost 3 to 4 times, and it will be very much crucial for your team, for your players as well. But now if we look at hashtag Equinox, I think he has already spotted deadly eye Joker sir, and he can also cause a trouble. Well, let's see what Joker sir can do. Having 2 posted, I don't think it will make a bigger difference. Little bit delay of a milliseconds, and there you go, you have been eliminated. And 4 teams, 11 players, as we can see now. And there you go, Emility Esports is totally back in action. Bash, well, there you go, this is a big bang bash from Bash. But if we talk about Satan Manish, well, team Satan is 4-man standing with those 8 finishes point in the backpack, moving very aggressively and very progressively. I think this can give you a lot of confidence, a lot of chaos to the other teams, and a lot of difficulties to other teams as well. But 4 teams, 11 players on an average, if you see Raider, each team will hold 3 man. This means the teams and players are totally here with those man advantage, which will give a lot of confidence to each and every team.
Well, indeed, the confidence is something which is going to be quite important for these particular teams, because when you want to actually get that winner, when you want to become the table topper team, of course, a lot of contribution has to be done. Of course, a lot of actually competition should be increased at that moment. And yeah, if we talk about Team Sit and Crew, this is the first match that they're actually playing. They are substituting one amazing team which was there in the grand finale. But the way they are playing with 8 amazing eliminations, being in the top 4 and pretty much close with the 4-man power, I think this team can be more than capable of actually getting that beautiful winner chicken. And if that actually comes in, it can help them a lot in terms of the leaderboard. Moving apart, Astrox and the other guys from Team Sage and Crews are still trying their level best to actually attack and actually gain some good points. Well, they are trying to focus ahead. They're trying their level best to attain some good points. As you all can see, the winner chicken dinner forecast is saying Satan Crew might be getting the winner chicken dinner, and the prediction is actually 36% for them. While talking about Emulator Official, well, the win prediction is going to be 27%. If I talk about hashtag esports, well, hashtag esports is having only 18% of their own. And if we talk about Team Genesis Esports, they've got the 18% as well.
Well, of course, already they have secured a good number of finishers point, but there you go, Team Satan. Well, will they lose players? Will they lose those man advantage? Is the question. If they lose the position, if they lose the man advantage, I think they will lose the chicken dinner also, because holding those man advantage will obviously help you to defend the zone, will obviously help you to get those zones. As we can see, Team G, well, they are very close to the zone, almost 22 meters only they need to get inside the zone, but they are not having those man advantage. So it's almost like a risky scenario. It's almost like a surviving on the edge of a knife, but let's see how will they able to take those picks. Team G is 2-man standing with those 4 finishes point, but Emility Esports, they are 4-man standing, and having man advantage will always give you a lot of confidence and those guts to get inside the zone, securing those finishes point simultaneously. But if we look at Godspeed, well, the name is quite similar to the player's position with the player's tackling. Well, let's see if we'll able to justify his name or not. If we talk about Satan, well, Astroax, he's moving forward very much closely, very much alertly, and let's see how will they get some more finishes point.
Well, definitely getting those amazing finish points is something which is going to be a goal for these amazing teams. Still, we have got the 4 teams. Still, we have got the 11 players still surviving, sitting through being the one with the highest manpower. And if I talk about teams like, let's say, Genesis Sports and Hashtag Tour, besides, they are the one with the least manpower. So definitely, they have got the kind of, let's say, anticipation that how we are going to deliver the fight, how we're going to gain those points in their favor, or not. But if we talk about Vape, well, he's about to receive a beautiful molly on his face, but eventually that Molotov cocktail didn't find the connection. Moving up ahead, Asik Esports Adi gets spotted, and just like that, he has been taken down by Vape's M762. That was a beautiful barrel shot coming up, but on the other corner, Vape gets overconfident, and he gets taken down from the team known as Team Station Crew. But apart from that, I guess Team GE is still trying to just gain some good points. They're trying to trade off, but the real battle might be between Team Satan and Team Emulate Official.
Well, of course, the real battle may be between these two teams because, as we can see, the man advantage is totally favoring the team. But Godspeed, well, finally has spotted Shortex. He'll take him down. And the grasses is helping a lot. The grasses is favoring him a lot. He can, which will help him to get some more finishes point. But there you go, he has been spotted finally. And hashtag Equinox, well, those eagle eyes will help him a lot to get those finishes point. And finally, we are on the top 3 teams, the top 9 alive players. So we look at ability speeds with those headshot in his favor. He'll get some more finishes point, total 7 finishes point. Now is finally evoked to top 3 teams, the top 8 alive players, and 27 to 28 minutes are almost over. If we look at Team Ability Sports, well, they are also looking very positionalized. They are also looking very holdingized, and let's see how they perform out. What will be the strategy? If we look at Team Satan, while Team Satan is also having a good approach, a good strategy from their side. So let's see how they manage to maintain those position points. But what I think the only and best contender to win this match is the Ability Sports. But there you go, finally he tried to get some more finish point. And Astrox, well, solo player standing for how much more time he'll get survived. And there you go, Speed has spotted him, and finally he'll take him down very much smoothly.
Well, indeed, I believe Satan official, as even esports to be precise, having the full manpower, I thought for a second that they might actually get the winner with chicken dinner. But the way actually they got sandwiched from both Genesis esports hashtag and as well as Eminate official actually took a beautiful chunk of that particular team. So obviously, Team Satan esports, who actually is getting declined from that winner with chicken dinner. But apart from that, well, there we go. Hashtag one good member. That's Equinox. The Eagle Eye guy has been taken down. If we talk about Adi, well, he's also trying to push forward. Let's see how he can be a favorable guy for that particular team, or is it going to be a situation where they are going to easily go down to the drain? That is going to be quite important to watch because Eminate official, well, they are back in the game with full power. Apart from that, some more shots being exchanged. That was a beautiful UMP45 knockout coming up. Moving up ahead, Speed comes in with a beautiful jump shot, and just like that, Eminate official, after getting the first ever winner chicken dinner in the Sanok map on the day number 1, now they are starting it off in the last day. At the first match, to be precise, the map of Erangel went in their hand, and it was a beautiful one to be precise. And we just love the way the intensity went out. And right now, with the first winner chicken dinner already in the bag, Eminate official is going to be quite confident throughout the day.
Well, of course, this was a roaring start from their side, and the question is that how will they maintain the same consistency? How will they maintain the same level of advantage, same level of aggression from their side? This is a very important question to note out. But I'm really very surprised by the performance of Team DRS. I think the break of one day has left the momentum or what happened to this team, because the teams which was performing consistently throughout the game, I think dipped down in the first match of the last day. It's very crucial to watch it because you're not having a good lead. Having a good lead of those 20 points, but you're not having a very much good lead of those 30, 50 or 40 points. One good match and you can get those ranked at those second position also, and you can lose the first position rank. So let's see how they move forward. But if we talk about the MVP, well, Ability Sports Speed with those 5 elimination points and damage of a 765 in his favor, he has played phenomenally with a contribution of 45.45% towards his team.
Well, indeed, the fight was absolutely amazing. The people actually tried their level best to attain some good points in the favor, no doubt in that. But yeah, Emirate official with that amazing consistency, 5 eliminations and the 45.45% contribution for the team, did a beautiful part for the team. And eventually, this is how the game should be carried away. This is how the match should be actually carried away from a beautiful team like that. While talking about the highlights, you can already see how it all started. It all started with Emirate official trying to actually create a huge impact onto team Encore PUBG Pride, I believe, and they were able to be successful in it.
Well, of course, here was the area from the where game started. Almost the match started with those chaos and cows. If we talk about Satan, they tried to get some more finishes point at those early phases, at their drop clashes, and they were quite executable. They were quite successful in that, and they secured 4 finishes point those early phases, which gave them a lot of confidence, a lot of boost, and this was the last pick of the fight. But if we talk about Team Skylights Gaming, they were in the trouble from the starting phases as well, because they lost almost the drop clash fight, which was almost like a very bad start. And the start very much matters. If you get the good start, if you get a bad start, it's almost start of the day as well. But if we talk about Team DRS, well, loss of Team DRS, I think they could be much happier. The teams could be much happier at those second and third position, because the elimination of Team DRS at those early position will give a lot of happiness to other teams, because they have a chance to get those first position in their rank.
Well, definitely they had that significant marker coming up, but eventually when it came to Team IHC Sports, IHC was the last one standing. The way he actually did a beautiful 1v3 on this particular team was absolutely amazing. Look at that, how beautifully IHC terminated two beautiful members from team particularly known as BTS Mafia, and after that he switched into the FPP mode and was able to retaliate and take down the third one as well. So this is how the actually conversion is actually coming up, and this is how the fights are actually getting established. Moving up ahead, love the way the consistency went out, but if we talk about Emulate Official, the winner with the chicken was quite tough for them, because in the way they had a lot of, let's say, disturbance.
And of course, so they had a lot of disturbance, but Ruins was always the area of attraction, always the center of attraction. And as I told earlier, if there could be number of teams, it could be number of aggressive teams, and I don't think the match would be very much easy for the other teams or the enemies as well. And if the teams and the players could be not aggressive or passive, bit of passive enough, I think that could be more better. But there you go, this was almost the second last fight of the match, because Team G, well, finally they has important Godspeed laying down on those grasses, was utilizing a lot of favorable condition into his favor. But Emily Sports, well, finally he eliminated the third team and Bash until the end with that big bang bash. He was trying to get some more finishes point, but there you go, finally Speed has spotted that player, and the chicken dinner became very close to Team Emily Sports after eliminating Team Hashtag as well.
And indeed, the fight was absolutely mesmerizing. The people tried their level best to attain the points, and eventually they were pretty much successful in it. Moving up ahead, if we talk about Emulate of Esports, well, the way they actually gained those points was absolutely amazing. But now moving up ahead, let's talk about the overall statistics. The finals, day number 3, match number 9 is already in front of us, and as well can see 54 amazing points, 54 amazing eliminations to be precise were delivered, and the total healings were not that much. That's 5,768, and total knockouts were 59. Throwables being used was 157. 2 airdrops were being looted, 12 headshots meanwhile were appointed, and after that, if we talk about the total amount of rescues, that was only 17. And the Playbook Esports' Monboy was the guy with 288 meter of the elimination. That is the longest which we had in this particular match.
Well, of course, that was the longest elimination distance which was in this match, but this was almost about day 3, a match 9 statistics. Will move towards more statistics, a match summary, while Eliminating Sports, it's Speed who have secured 5 highest elimination. The damage is given of 810 by IHC. Highest assist is secured by E8 Ash, highest knocks by E8 Speed, and Playbook Esports Moonboy, well, he has secured the longest distance of 288 meter. Well, this was the match summary of day 3 and match 9. But moving forward, if we look at the graph, if we look at the charts of the kill to the damage ratio, I think that will be more pleasure to watch out.
Well, definitely the eliminations and damage chart can easily decipher that how these people actually performed and how many points they had to actually gain in their favor to actually become the tabletoppers to be precise. But apart from that, highest assist coming from Bash's corner was good enough. Monboy also did a very decent job of actually attaining some good points. But this is how the finals day number 3, match number 1 to be precise, is actually starting. This is overall the match ranking. If we talk about the match ranking of this particular match, well, Emirate official with this 26-point bomber is easily going to climb a lot in terms of the leaderboard. Hashtag Esports, meanwhile, having only 18 points. Same goes for Sitting Through as well. Genesis Esports with 12 of their own. Same goes for Today Guys as well. IHC Esports with 9 points. Zap Maluria with 8. Playbook Esports with 5 of their own. And Core Pub GM with 3 points. BTS Mafia with 2 points. Team Everyday Esports also had some decent points in their favor. But moving up ahead, if we talk about the eliminations and damage chart, Team Aegon and T20X, apart from that, Team HV had some beautiful backlashes.
Well, of course, I think they had some black backlashes as well. But if we look at the highest damage, as you told, TL71 is secured by TJB, and the highest finishes are also secured by TJB with those 6 highest finishes and in their back. But I'm very surprised that the highest finishes only 6, not by a player, it's by a team. And if we look at the MVP rankings, well, TRS Delta X with those 21 a finish point in his backpack, is securing the first position with a damage of 3446. Secondly, it's going to be ranked with those 17 elimination. Third is Gyante with those 15 elimination. Playbook Esports is One Boy with those 18 elimination. And if you look at Killer Whitey of DRS, he has also secured 19 finishes. But if you look at top 5 MVP raider, it's almost on Team DRS and Team Playbook Esports only.
Well, indeed, I believe Team DRS is actually doing a very beautiful job. And apart from that, if I talk about the head-to-head, well, it's between the top two teams. Well, meanwhile, if I talk about the gap between these two teams, the gap is of only 16 points. That means they have to capitalize. That means they have to catch up. And soon enough, if the catching up is not done, obviously the things can actually go quite southwards for them. But meanwhile, if I talk about DRS Gaming, 66 eliminations and 49 for the team known as Playbook Esports. Winner Winner Chicken is slightly high for Team Playbook Esports. Average damage is not looking that great for Playbook Esports. But when it comes to average survival time, well, gap of 1 or 1.5 minutes is already there. Headshots is also much higher. Utilities being used is actually much higher as compared to DRS. But well, after all, if we talk about the rankings in the leaderboard, well, DRS is still being on top.
Well, of course, DRX with those almost, if you look at the points, it's a 16-point lead, still emulating it, but emulate official. If you look at this team, they are coming very close. One good game of those 25 plus points, I think, rank on those top one. And if you look at Dead Eyes, well, they are also very close. And if you look at Anchor PUBG, they are also almost close. But one or two good games of those fourth and fifth position teams, they'll surely get those first and second rankings. But the competition is almost like for the top 5 teams. If we look at Team IHG, Hashtag Esports, Stan Crew, and Elementary X, they need to worry hard. I think this match is a deciding match for these 4 teams. So whichever team gets those 30 points in this particular match, I think they'll rank on top 5. And the upcoming 2 matches almost for those 1 or first or second position. Let's see how they perform. But moving to the second page of 10 to 18 teams, let's see how will they perform out, because the last 3 matches I don't think they'll able to patch it up, because it's almost very late to gain some more points.
Indeed. Right now, only 3 more matches to go, and in those 3 amazing matches, these people have to attain a lot of points so that they can easily come back on the top. But it won't be an easy task for them, that's for sure. Moving upward, if we talk about teams like Elementrix with 62 points, I believe the chart should be a little bit more favorable for them as soon as the fights might actually come in. Apart from that, now moving upward, if we talk about, let's say, Zap Melodia, 57 points from their corner. The only team which is going down a little bit is going to be Magnus Esports.
Well, of course, Magnus Esports has only secured 10 finishes point in the 10 overall points in the favor, which is not that much good, which is required. But we'll move towards the map rotation again, and like this will end the first match of the last day. And if you look at the first match, I think it was very much distracting, very much chaotic for the teams and our audience as well. But the second match is of Miramar, which is a very deciding map, full of those chaos, full of those cluster. And moving towards the head-to-head competition has been DRS Delta X, DRS from DRX Gaming, and similarly from the Team Playbook Esports ranked 21 eliminations from Delta X. He is totally leading this part as well. But if we talk about the damage, is slightly better than Playbook Esports ranking. If we talk about the assist, almost double up assist as compared to ranking. Throwables is also very much high. By this note, almost the first match of the last day has ended, and I would like to sustain that. I would like to end the first match with a great note. And please do hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share this stream as well, guys, because your support is very much required for a moral support as well. And we'll keep bringing some more gameplays, some more events for you guys. Till then, guys, we'll take a short break of 2-3 minutes. We'll join you again on the caster deck. Till then, stay tuned and keep supporting us.
Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another beautiful bang coming up, and this is going to be the map of Miramar. First one, it was absolutely amazing coming from Emirates Corner with 26 amazing points. They did an exceptionally well job. But now, the map of Miramar, the map where actually things can be quite tedious and you don't know how the people are going to rotate, how the enemy is going to just actually turn you down is something which is going to be quite crucial to watch out. So definitely, a beautiful match is about to get summoned. My name is Raider, along with me, it's Eagle on the desk, and we are going to witness the chaos coming up in this one.
Well, of course, so we are going to witness some more different chaos, some more interesting entertainment from the team side as well. But similarly, I'll also like to request my audience to please do hit that like button, subscribe the channel as well. Moving towards the second match, it's a map of Miramar, full of those chaos, full of those clusters, crowds, height advantages, disadvantages, ridges, dips, those bolt action sniper rifles, those long range battles. So let's see how will the team accommodate in these upcoming scenarios. But again, the question is that will these affect the top 3 teams, the top 4 teams, or will they affect those teams from 5 to 10th position? If they gain some 20 to 30 points, I'll think they'll snapshot to those top 5 position as well.
Well, indeed, there is a possibility that they are actually going to get the boost. But if we talk about Team DRS, 3 more matches to go for them. I believe in this particular performance, they might actually incline and eventually gain some good points. Although they are failing to do so in the past few matches, but I believe this could be the one match where they can easily climb back. And Chanok is another beautiful map where the things might actually be a little bit more in their favor. So we have to actually check out. We have to see how the flight path actually gets developed, how the people are going to jump in, and there we go. The flight path is actually coming up once again. It's a diagonal one, and it is cutting, let's say, close to 45 to 55 percentage of, let's say, ratio is actually there in the flight path. Let's see from where the flight is going to start and where the people are actually going to jump in is going to be the biggest question. Well, there we go. The flight path starts from Torre Amada, and it is going to the prison region. But areas like Impala, Puerto Preso, and somewhere around ruins is not going to get that favorable. So obviously the people have to jump in the center vicinity, like El Pozo could be there, San Martin, Hacienda is there as a beautiful compound, Torre Amada is there, Tierra Bronca is there. People can actually jump in. Pecado, Los Unes is also a little bit far away, but yeah, people can actually go for it. Chumacera is also there. And apart from that, La Benita could be a great place to jump in.
Well, of course, the fly path is quite difficult to watch out, guys. Chasing to watch out. If we look at the fly path, clearly it states as starting from those northeastern part of the region, ending toward those southwestern parts of the region. It's very difficult for the teams. Want to go to Puerto Parisa, Los Leones, they need to glide a lot, they need to feather a lot, or they need to take vehicles at those early phases, and we can also see some vehicle clashes as well. Let's see how will the team perform out. But Toria Udo, well, I was not expecting the clash on the fly path itself, but Pecado is also being a regular drop clash region to watch out. Let's see how many teams will go. Right now on Pecado, San Martin, Hacienda del Patron, well, it's almost on the line of fly path, expecting the Chumaquera regions. Well, teams will also love to go at those regions as well. But if you talk about La Cobria, those decent regions, well, teams are going there as well. If you look at the zone, if you look at the fly path, teams are almost split. Teams almost cover each and every region, each and every area of the map slowly. But about the drop clashes, we can see some 2 or 3 drop clashes overall in the map.
Well, definitely the drop clash is going to be there, and it is going to maximize the strength and eventually take out quite a bit of this particular matchup. So let's see what eventually is actually going to happen and how the people are going to enact with it. Well, definitely a huge amount of, let's say, ruckus is going to be there. People are actually coming up in the close proximity, and we might actually expect quite a few fights coming up. As you can see, some throwables being used. Loot is something which is going to be the primary goal for everybody at this moment, and eventually when they get the right kind of loot in their favor, I believe they are going to push forward, and that can actually help them a lot in terms of the gun game.
I think they'll help a lot about talking about San Martin, Hacienda del Patron. I think it's a very devastating region to watch out. If you look at Team G, in the last match they have performed certainly very much progressively. Let's see how they favor out. Let's see how they move forward. But looking at Team APG, they're looking very strong enough. They're 3-man standing. On their 4-man standing. Team G very close to them. And the split of G, I think they can again cause a lot of trouble to this team, because in the last match they have done the same mistake. They have done the same progression. They have used a split, but not holding any backup, not holding any progression in their side, but repeating same mistakes in each and every match, I think will not teach you a lot of things. But repeating different mistakes in same matches, I think will teach you a lot of things. But if you look at Godspeed, well, the name is quite beautiful to watch out. Let's see will he able to justify his name or not.
Well, the area of San Martin is always going to be contested, and eventually these are the guys who are trying to contest it out and eventually gain some good points. Well, that won't be an easy task for Team Genesis Esports. I believe they are trying their level best to attain some good points. We have got Master Smile, we've got Wave. Other than that, we have some more members coming from Team Encore PUBG as well. This is the team which is remaining at fourth or fifth position, I believe, in the leaderboard. So definitely a lot of things has to be done from their corner. But there we go. DRS is starting it off, and Team Encore PUBG is also trying to gain some good points.
Well, of course, Anchor PUBG will try to gain some more beautiful points. And looking at these aggression, looking at those stats, I think they are very much beautiful to watch out. They are much astonishing to watch out. And let's see, with that red dot and M416, a different combination. We will say that it's a basic combination to watch out, and taking 100 and 200 meters spray with that red dot, I think it's very mesmerizing to watch out. Let's see, will they make any connection? But there you go, Team DRS. I think they are again trying to gain the same confidence, trying to gain the same momentum. Well, let's see, will they able to chase the match? Will they be the chase machine in this match? Because last match was not good enough for the team, but this match is very much important for Team DRS, because if they lost this match, they will also lose the game. They will also lose the lead in the points table, and then it will be very much difficult for the team. But looking at Team APG, well, they're still trying to initiate some fight in Zap Melodia. Well, finally they are also initiating some more fights. If we look at MAB, well, Zap Melodia, one player has been eliminated, moving towards another player. It's Godless, if I'm not wrong. No, it's Godless. He's also been taken down. If we talk about the other two players, they are also looking in disturbed advantages, disturbed disadvantages. Let's see how will they maintain the position, how will they capitalize the position. This is a very much important question to watch out. But looking at team number 16 and team number 60, almost 60 players are surviving. Let's see how team MAB will recognize the players and recognize the teams.
Well, definitely gaining those points is something which is going to be quite crucial for every single team right now, and the people are just trying their level best to chase the goals. Meanwhile, trying to attack, meanwhile, trying to perform exceptionally well. They are trying their level best to deliver the points in their favor. If I talk about Team Mimetics, so the knockout is about to get confirmed. Let's see, is it going to be a confirmation coming up, or the things actually not being in their favor is something which is going to happen. So yeah, we are actually witnessing a lot of ruckus in the lobby. Moving up ahead, as you can see, the rotation between Team DRS is also coming, and they are being very close to another beautiful chaotic team.
Of course, they're very close to another chaotic team as well. But let's see how will they engage those fights, how will they initiate those fights. Because if we look at Team Elementary X, they're also not at those a good position in the match. But there you go, it's APG Skynin with that M416. He has finally taken that first pick in this match. And how will they customize the picks? This is the question. Surviving almost 5 to 6 minutes is over. It's trying to change his position, but if the APG comes to support the players, to support the teammates, I think that will be more better, because the split, I think that can cause a lot of trouble. And Team G, I think if the Team APG comes together, they can be eliminated, but if they secure a lot of more time, it will be very much devastating for the team as well. Let's see how will they execute these fights.
Well, the execution has to be done quite rightly. Well, there we go. We're talking about Skyline goes in for a devious shot, fails to connect it. Another devious shot is coming up, and well, he was able to connect this one, but eventually Cannon gets taken down. And if we're talking about Team APG, they are on the back foot. I don't think so that the backup might actually arrive at the right time, right place. So definitely this is going to be quite chaotic to watch out for them to see. Elementrix, meanwhile, on the other corner has been eliminated, which is not a great sight to watch. Apart from that, if we talk about Team APG, they are still trying to take up a fight. They are still trying to deliver some good points. Astrox with that UMP45, with that Uzi to be precise, is trying his level best to attack and eventually gain the points. But a nade has been cooked up, and nade could be mesmerizing. Another shot goes in, and there we go. With that micro Uzi, here ends the story of two good members from Team Genesis Esports, and this is how the battle between Genesis and APG is going to start off. APG already losing a good member, that's going to be Skynen. But on the other back foot, if we talk about the last one standing from Team Genesis Esports, so there we go. He is coming up. He has actually kept trying his level best for a beautiful polygon. He fails to connect the shot, but finally DZOP managed to take over Team Genesis Esports with 4 amazing eliminations. This team is trying to just move up ahead in the leaderboard, and that's a great sight to watch. And Genesis Esports getting out quite early is something we not expected quite a bit, but yeah, that's how the game actually went out for them.
Of course, the game went quite disturbing for the team, but looking at Team ABB, well, they have 4 men standing with those 2 finishes point in their favor. If we look at Team Zap Melodia, well, they are not known to the opponent's position, they are not known to their enemy's position. Almost 7 to 8 minutes is over. Now teams need to get ready for the rotations, because after almost 10 to 20 seconds, after 1 to 2 minutes, the zone shrinking will attack you, and you need to eagerly get inside the zone very fastly. Get inside the zone, and that's the region, that's the progression which we all wait for. Similarly, if we talk about the other teams, if we talk about Elementary X, they have faced early elimination in the last 2 match of Elementary X. Will they go still for those points, or will they go for spoiling the games of the enemies of the opponents?
Well, let's check it out. Let's see what will happen and how the people are going to perform. And meanwhile, if we talk about, well, there we go, Zapanoria gets backstabbed from the back, and easily a knockout can actually be delivered. And yes, of course, the knockout came in. Finally, the finish is also going to be there. Akira being the last one standing of his particular team. Let's see how he's going to capitalize the fight. Well, there we go, goes in for a 1v1. And M249 is something which is going to be quite chaotic for the enemy. And there we go. Finally, Zapanoria gets taken down at hashtag 14 without a single finish. That means they are going to get 0 points in this particular matchup. Meanwhile, if we talk about teams like Mimetics, well, they are rising quite a bit. Hashtag 13 is the position that they are relying on. But the first zone already gets compromised. The second zone is about to be here anytime soon, and once the zone is actually going to get delivered to us, well, we'll be looking forward to see that where the zone is actually going to go on, because the second place zone can be quite a menace.
Well, of course, the second zone can be quite difficult, quite challenging as well, because evenly, if we look at after the second zone, if we look towards the third zone is more disturbing as we watch out. But for the now time being, if we look at the players, if we look at the teams, it's almost 13 teams, 49 players, and let's see how will they move forward. What will be the strategy? What will be the momentum? How will they play off? But oh my God, there you can see eastern parts is totally vacant. If we look at those western parts of the region, I think this is the region to watch out. A very disturbing scenario can be created, Raider. If you look at those western part, almost 4 to 5 teams are very close to each other. The difference can be of 50 to 100 meters, and certainly basically we see the fights between Miramar is of almost of 100 to 200 meters with the sniper rifles, with the M416 and 6x. So there's a high probability chances we can see a third party, fourth party fight here as well.
Well, indeed, the third party, fourth party fights are going to be there for sure. But moving up ahead, if we talk about Jedi guys, well, they are trying to move forward. Team APG is actually getting connected quite a bit, but their vehicle is not going to be that actually cumbersome. But finally, one good guy from Team APG already getting destroyed. Another spray is coming up. Joker sir gets connected quite a bit. Para is on the back foot, trying his level best to establish the dominance that has to be there right now. Apart from that, some more sprays being delivered. As you can see, the damage is mesmerizing. Another beautiful knockout on the way. The damage is still on point. Para might be actually getting connected, but finally, John Pro also gets taken down. Now it's all about 2 good members from Team Encore PUBG Pride who are still surviving well. The survival for Team Encore PUBG Pride is not looking that great. Apart from that, if it was still coming up, well, there we go. The mini 14 caps are being exchanged. Shots are absolutely amazing, but still the shots were unable to actually take him apart. Apart from that, well, there we go. The push is coming up. This can be very disturbing. And there go. The guy gets spotted. It's a 1v1 battle coming up, and the tussle goes in the hands of Team GE's Chari sir. Just like that, a beautiful elimination coming up once again. I believe the team known as Encore PUBG Pride is already on the verge of getting decimated, because the last man standing is going to be way too far away. If he also gets eliminated, then that's all done and dusted for the glory of Team Encore PUBG Pride. But they are very open-ended. I believe the last man standing is also very open-ended. As spray comes in, the damage is there for sure. The headshots were actually connected, but moving up ahead, Charlie sir is trying to maintain the pressure. Apart from that, the other guys from Team Data guys is just trying to flank on him, and yeah, the flank is successful pretty much. Para goes in for a beautiful nade. Let's see, will he be able to connect that particular nade? If he actually goes in, that will be absolutely amazing to watch out. Well, there we go. The nade goes in, makes a significant dent, but fails to connect. But apart from that, from the back foot, and the nade came in. 4 amazing finishes for Team Data guys, and now they are still moving up because they are at hashtag 4. Definitely a worrisome match is going to be there for Team GRS, because another team is about to climb in their vicinity.
Of course, Team IHC is now finally trying to tackle it out. It's against Team BTS, and let's see how will they start the game, how will they start the fight. This is very much chaotic to watch out. But if you look at the team, if we look at the teams, I think distance being the factor, they're still trying to gain some more position. They're trying to gain some more points as well at these regions. Almost 12 to 13 minutes are over, and after this 1 to 2 minutes, the zone will shrink. The third zone formation will come, and you need to be very much ready. You need to be very much get started, because after this area, after this zone progression, the third zone will damage you a lot, and you have just 8 seconds. After the countdown, as you can see on screen, you will need to get eagerly inside the zone. But the open ground scenarios, the open fights, I think that can cause a lot of trouble, because not about only 1v1. You can also face some third parties, you can also face some fourth parties. But if you look at the zone formation, clearly it's shifted toward the eastern parts of the region, and these hard shift, well, they can challenge the teams, they can challenge the players a lot. And if you look at Crucial Valley, it's already secured by a team. Those high advantages, those riches is already secured by the team, which can cause a lot of cluster. But if you look at those water treatment, power grid regions, it's almost 4 to 5 teams, as we can see there, and they can cause a lot of trouble, a lot of chaos to the teams as well. 13 to 14 minutes is almost over, and let's see how will they move forward, what will be the strategies, what will be the momentum. But for now, time being, Team Abilities Esports. They have secured Chikundur in the last match. Will they able to maintain the same progression, the same consistency in the upcoming matches? This is a question to watch out.
I mean, they're definitely trying to, because they're being very dominant. They are trying their level best to escape all the harm's way, and eventually, when the fight will come in, they might be able to delegate the fight. But if we talk about Emulate Esports, that particular guy, he's parking the vehicle in charge. But apart from that, Wally gets taken down from a beautiful guy known as Zeol from Team IHC Esports, and that was a beautiful takedown coming up. This is the area of water treatment, pretty much close to it, and eventually the battle is getting a little bit in the favor of Team IHC. On the other corner, we talk about IC himself. Well, his HP is not looking that strong. He's completely trying to fall back and eventually be as much as safe he can be, so that he can repatch himself and bring back the glory of IHC in the game. But apart from that, Team Mibitix, Hershey is on the back foot. He's also trying his level best to attain and acquire some good eliminations. So I don't know, will it be possible or not? But there we go, Zeol gets connected. Quite a few damages were there. But moving up ahead, finally Zeol finds a shack and he's going to rely with that. But BTS Mafia connects one from Team Mibitix. That means once again Team Mibitix is in a tussle, and it is actually a sandwich-like situation for both of them.
Well, of course, it's very difficult to watch out, and it's a sandwich-like situation. But if you look at it from IHC, well, they are looking very calm, composed. They're looking very decent at this position. But Emulate Esports, I think that Chikundur in the last match give a lot of confidence to this team, give a lot of progression to this team. Let's see how will they move forward. What will be the strategy? What will be the momentum? But almost 14 to 15 minutes are over, which means 50% of time in this given point of match is almost over. And if we look at Team RTG, they haven't performed up to the mark in the past days, in the past matches as well. Let's see what will they do today in the last day and second match. But similarly, meanwhile, if we look at Team MAB, they are totally scattering in the kill feed. If we look at Team Esports, they are also looking very much progressive. They are also looking very much aggressive in this match. Let's see, as it is the third last match of the day, how will they play? How will the team perform? Because we can see those aggression, we can see those third parties initiating in this match as well. I was waiting for the third or fourth match, because when you go with that zero or yellow approach, teams and players become quite aggressive. But like this, Rashtra will take that pick. They have secured 2 finishes point in the backpack and almost moved towards those top 12 and top 41 teams. But similarly, as seen in the kill feed, Team DRS is still leading the game.
Well, it's quite peculiar to watch how the fights are going to get established. Bacha on the other corner is about to go down because the HP is not looking that great, but he's going to repatch himself. Hitman on the other corner gets taken down. Revival is something which might be possible for Hitman, but apart from that, I believe Team Esports is being a very chaotic at this moment. Although they don't have a lot of points in their favor, but eventually I believe they're just trying to make a significant dent in the lobby. They have got 77 points in their favor. Ash gets taken down. He won't be able to, let's say, get the res back in the game. This is the area of cemetery where the people are just trying to take over, gain some good points. Failing to do so, connecting those dots is quite crucial. But there we go, BTS Mafia, the whole team is about to go down because the people are falling like leaves from the trees. But IHC, well, that is another beautiful team which is still receiving a lot of fights. But Encore PUBG manages to provide a beautiful damage. And that's Skylet's Gaming's Yama, who has been taken down. Revival is something which is going to be a little bit on the shaky corner, but Nade gets cancelled so that he can actually res himself, or should I say, repatch himself.
And of course, he'll obviously try to repatch himself. But if we talk about Team Skylights, they haven't much secured in the past matches. They haven't much played good in the past matches, past days as well. But if we look at Emulate Esports, the rivalry between Emulate and APG has been seen in the past days as well. But now the question is that will they maintain the rivalry? It can cause trouble to Emulate, but not to APG, because APG has nothing to lose. But Emulate, they're already in those top 3 teams, so they surely need some more finish points, some more position point to gain those top 1, top 2 position. But Skylights, they're losing the player one by one, they're losing the cards one by one, and it's a very difficult task to maintain your players. So let's see how will they maintain. But onto the another end, Emulate Esports Bash has been taken down. It's ISU Zoel. I think it's a third party scenario. Multiple teams is tackling out Emulate Esports, and let's see how they're able to tackle it out. But Team DSA versus Team DE is finally 1-on-1. And if we look at Team DRS, they are totally confronting the players, they're totally confronting the teams, and Chai Sir is coming with that drop shot. I don't think it will make a lot of difference. And if we look at Joker Sir, he is being that last player surviving for the team, the Lone Ranger, the last player. What he'll do, can only give those support fire, the cover fire. I think it's good. He's surviving. He could get some more finishers points, some more plays for the team, because getting eliminated at those top 12 teams, the top 31 players or top with those 4 finishers points is not more worth it getting eliminated at those top 3 teams position with those 4 finishers point in the backpack.
Well, both of the top two teams are trying to ignite a fight, and as you can see, Team Hashtag is now coming up in a troublesome fight with the Team Playbook Esports. Remember, guys, Playbook Esports is the only team right now, along with Team Emulate Official, which is trying to give a huge containment to teams like DRS, which are still being on top right now with 131 points in their favor, 133 to be precise in their favor. But finally, Playbook Esports managed to repatch themselves, and eventually these guys are back in the game. The action is still starting to resume. And there we go. Another beautiful knockout comes in. Hashtag Esports Equinox being the last man standing with this particular team comes in for the damage, comes in for the glory, comes in for the fights coming up. But I believe DRS is already hearing all the shots coming up. So it can be quite a tipsy-turvy fight coming up for them. But S2R managed to finish one off. Another 8 being cooked up. 3 more nades are there in this bag. He's trying his level best to repatch and eventually gain some good points with the throwables, but fails to do so because the connection was not that optimum. Apart from that, still the nades are going on, no doubt in that. The nades are actually going to be quite a significant part of this particular fight. But Team BTS Mafia gets taken down. The last man standing from that particular team was traded off by Team Deadeye guys. But finally, Deadeye guys were about to push onto them, but at that same exact moment, they saw that the zone is actually shifting on another side on the opposite way. So yes, of course, we have to travel to the zone because getting those finishes is something which can actually happen when you are in the zone. But if you are outside the particular zone, you are going to become the finish of some other team.
Well, of course, but now if we look at Emulate Esports, they're having those man advantage, they're having those players advantage. They got a little boosted up start as well. But question is again the same: how will they maximize those start? How will they maintain those starts? This is the question surviving right now. But 11 teams, 27 players. On to the other end, if we look at Team APG, well, they're also looking very strong enough. Losing 1 or 2 players, I don't think it will make a big difference if your dimensions are clear, if your content are clear. But Team RTG getting down from those height advantages, I think they can be in trouble. And there you go, Khan getting some initial spaces, still trying his level best to get some more finishes point. But the last player for Team RTG, well, it's a Sam if I'm not wrong, and he can be targeted, he can be tackled, he can be eliminated. And there you go, finally has been spotted with that headshot of Khan. He will get eliminated, and finally one more finishes point. But Hashtag Esports, well, they will get eliminated. Top 8 teams to top 23 alive players, and the 5th zone shrink is finally up to the mark. Well, similarly, if we look at those another team, if we look at those Playbook Esports, so they are also holding a same position. They are also holding the same momentum. But again, the question is that they will be able to maintain the second position in the points table. Let's see the target between Emulate Esports and Playbook Esports. The competition between the Playbook Esports and Emulate Esports is very much important because one team is at second position, another team is at third position. There you go, Khan has taken one more player down, moving towards another. He will get eliminated right now, and Lucifer onto the another end. While Playbook Esports is not looking good. I think it's a demigod which has been taken down, and back-to-back those grenades, back-to-back throwables. The elimination of Playbook Esports is finally converted into the lobby transformation. And if we look at Emulate Esports, they're looking very much great, very much strong. And I think they could get those double back-to-back chicken dinner. But right now, if we look at Bash, is that solo player standing, and he'll try to get some revival for his team.
Well, of course, if Ash would have not been there, I guess this kind of holding was not possible for Team Emulate Official. But right now, Team DRS is about to actually take it up with Emulate Official. The team which is remaining at the third position is about to take over to the team which is actually residing at the first position. Definitely a huge ruckus is about to be there. And there we go, Team DRS already tries to push forward. Delta managed to put down Ash, and that's a big opening created. And now if we talk about the fight, well, Lucifer, well, he's about to get the revival, but won't be a possible one to be precise. Definitely going to be a quite tough fight for them. Rules OG managed to put a beautiful nade. Let's see how his nade is going to create an opening, and if it is a possibility or not, that is something we all actually want to know. But the nades didn't find any kind of connection. Moving up ahead, Team DRS has to take over this fight, otherwise they won't be able to retaliate and meanwhile be in the zone. It's a 3v3 type of enclosure coming up. Mollies and the other utilities are being used up, as you can see. The nade goes in, definitely not enough to actually connect, but there we go. Lucifer gets connected with a beautiful molly, and just like that, Lucifer has been taken down. The revival is actually something which is going to be quite a tough one, but nades, throwables, and every other thing is being used up quite frequently.
Of course, throwables and nades are used frequently and very progressively as well. But if we look at Team DRS, well, for now, the time being, they're looking 3 men strong with those 9 finishes point and targeting Emulate Esports. I'm loving to see the fights between the top 3, top 4 teams because they're playing very much phenomenally, very much attentively. But looking at the rules, well, back-to-back grenades, throwables are making a great connection. Rals will move forward with this UMP45 against those TPP angles. But if we look at Delta X holding that M249, the beast machine gun, the beast poetry, finally he'll take down speed, and ability officials will get eliminated with those 5 points in the backpack at the 7th position. But Delta X, M416 3X, God was an amazing laser pinpoint spray from his side. But Gyante, I think they're looking totally phenomenal. And if you look at Team DRS, they are playing phenomenally, utilizing their height advantages very much astonishingly. And question is that I think they'll get the chicken dinner today in this match.
It's going to be a little bit more difficult, but then again, they are back in the game with the consistency. They've got 130 points altogether and 11 for the finishers as well. So obviously, they are being very precautious about this particular fight. But Hitman gets connected, and Nan being the last man standing of his particular team has to actually overcome the fight. Apart from that, Team ISC might be getting established. Well, there we go. Those headshots are something which is going to be quite beneficial. But Delta goes in for a jump nade. That nade might not actually find the connection, but definitely going to put up a, let's say, pressure. Oh, that need was pretty close, but still fails to connect the fight. But moving up, and if we talk about Satan crew, this team is actually in the top 6, failing to connect any kind of elimination. But moving up, and I believe the elimination might actually come in very quickly. Shots still being exchanged. Delta gets taken down by IC. That was a beautiful SLR shot coming up. SLR being the gun that can easily turn the tides for you guys, and that's what actually happens. Some more smokes has to be covered up so that they can easily place up a revival, and eventually when the revival is possible, they might be able to incline and gain some good points. Although Team DRS is at a very vulnerable spot, but they've got the minivan as well so that they can rotate. But Zeol gets connected with some good shots. Rules OG actually gets taken down. Now Gyante becomes the only ray of hope for this particular team. Well, it's a very difficult one, but we have to remember this fact as well, that Team IHC won't be able to push forward. Not even a single team is going to push forward on that particular team, because all of them know that it's a very steep climb, and well, when you are in that kind of area, definitely going to get connected.
Almost 25 minutes is over. 6 teams, so 12 players are remaining, and it's almost the end phase, end game of this match. Let's see which team will get that winner chicken dinner. But Team TRS is looking in danger because they have to come down the ground. They have to come down the approach to get inside the zone, and if they want to come, the only possible region is they need to have vehicles, they need to have smoke artificial cover, and they need to have a good communication, good consistency, because there are many teams which are targeting Team DRS right now, because the only one team which is at those highest advantages is Team DRS. Let's see how will they able to escape from there. But looking at Team RTG, looking at Team Satan, I think they're looking in very much difficulties, very much trouble. And there you go. It's not other than Ral Soji. He is coming down the ground, having those angles, can get a lot of trouble. And there you go, Rals has been spotted. Finally he's been taken down. Gyante and other players will also come. Well, the sprays were quite phenomenal to watch out, and there you go, Z Fool is taken that pick, and finally Team DRS will eliminate at those 6th position with 11 number of finishes point in the backpack. And this is what we were talking about. But on the other end, if we look at Team APG, well, they're also looking in trouble. And similarly, oh my god, Team Skylights, that one solo player is still alive, and let's see what wonders he can do. But for now, 4 teams, 8 players is still surviving. 27 minutes is almost over, and Alex having those grenades, having those throwables in his hand, will that make any connection? But there he goes, Squalis has been eliminated. The grade of Alex will not make a big difference, but Team APG, well, those with those man advantage, they're looking very much strong enough.
Well, indeed, the strong points are getting actually greater. Team IC with the highest amount of manpower is trying the level best to gain the points. Finally, APG gets taken down. It's all about 1v3 or 2v3 to be precise coming up, and that's going to be Sitting Crew, which is in front of them. Sitting Crew finally finds a gap, and just like that, they are being the fluid with 3 amazing eliminations in their favor. They're trying to move forward. Alex gets connected quite a bit, but still Alex resides. Alex is going to survive for sure. But of course, Joel, well, I don't think so that guy is going to actually be for that chaotic, because the zone is pretty much going to favor both of the teams. But Alex hooks up a nade. That nade can be very beautiful. That nade can be very on point. The nade went out. Oh, Frankie gets taken down. That was absolutely mesmerizing. This is the moment where they can easily push forward. I believe the push is already coming up, as you all can see, as you all can witness that the push is being quite chaotic. But finally, damage is still being delivered, and with this, IHC Sports gets a beautiful win in a Chakrera, and that's the enclosure of this particular one.
Well, of course, finally they have secured those whenever chicken dinner, which was much needed to gain the confidence, to gain the momentum again. But looking at this position, I think they'll get a lead. They'll get a decent amount of lead and overall standings as well. But similarly, if you enjoyed the game, guys, please do hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream. But this Miramar match was a deciding one. After this, we'll see the upcoming matches, upcoming map of Sanok, as well as again Erangel, and those will be a very remaining matches, because if we talk about the other maps, they must be more chaotic, because the teams holding those last 10 position, I think that will be very much easy for them to get more finishes point for from those teams. Those teams are from the top 5 position.
Well, indeed, I'd say with a beautiful phenomenal chicken dinner, let's see what kind of, let's say, incline is actually going to be there in the leaderboard. Definitely, leaderboard is something which is going to be the end game. But right now, we are about to move over to the last two matches. First one is going to be Sanok, and after that, we are going to sum up the whole grand finale, the whole Frontline Championship, or should I say, Showdown Season number 3 with the map of Erangel. But before that, I'd see with the beautiful chicken dinner is already showing their faces. Let's see how many more points they can easily gain in the next upcoming matches. But the way DRS is coming back once again in the game is absolutely something which I have them a lot. Now moving up ahead, let's talk about the MVP of the match. That's again going to be Killer from Team DRS. Well, even if DRS is unable to get the winner of chicken, they are for sure going to be the MVP with 5 amazing eliminations and the total damage of 576 and the team contribution of 45.545%. DRS is the team which is still leading the charts quite beautifully.
Well, of course, DRS is a team which is playing phenomenally, but on to the another end, if we look at those Killer YT performance, I think 5 elimination in this match with a damage of 576 and contributing towards the team with those 45.45%. But moving towards the highlights of the day, highlights of the last match, previous match. Well, from the here was the region from the where match started, and MAV was looking very much